In this lesson, we learn about EtherChannel interface requirements. To understand EtherChannel interface requirements, let's pay attention to this network diagram. As you may know, these two parallel links can be configured to form an EtherChannel. First, we create channel group 1 on IT Life Skill Switch 1. Then we add the first interface E03 into the group. The speed, duplex, operational mode, and STP settings of the interface E03 will be used to validate any interfaces added into the channel group later on. Next, we add the interface E02 into the group. The speed, duplex, operational mode, and STP settings of the interface E02 will be compared with the settings of the interface E03. If they are the same, the interface E02 is part of the channel group 1 and in working state. If they are different, the interface E02 is still part of the channel group 1 but in non-working state. Similarly, we configure an EtherChannel group 1 on IT Life Skill Switch 2 and make the interface E03 and E02 become the members of the group. Depending on our configuration, the two switches then use PAGP or LACP or use Cisco Discovery Protocol to check the settings of the interfaces on the neighboring switch. The EtherChannel is only formed between the two switches when the speed, duplex, and operational mode are matched. The STP settings do not need to match between the two neighbors. Let's analyze the first case to find out the detailed settings. In this case, the interface E03 is the first interface added into the channel group 1. Here are the detailed settings of its operational mode. The operational mode of the interface E03 is chunk mode. Because the operational mode is chunk mode, so the chunking native VLAN and the chunking VLAN's interval settings must match. In this case, the chunking native VLANs is VLAN 1 and the chunking VLAN's interval is from 2 to 100. Now let's check the speed, duplex, and STP settings on the interface E03. The speed is 10 megabit per second. The duplex set to auto and the speed also set to auto. On the spanning tree settings of the interface E03, the following settings must match. The port path cost is 100. The port priority is 128 and the link types is shared. In summary, any new interfaces added into the channel group 1 must have the following settings. The speed is 10 megabit per second and set to auto. The duplex mode set to auto. The operational mode is chunk mode. The chunk native VLAN is VLAN 1. The allowed VLAN lists are the VLANs from 2 to 100. The STP settings The port path cost is 100, the port priority is 128, and the link type is shared. Let's analyze the second case to find out the detailed settings. In this case, the interface E01 is the first interface added into the channel group 2. Here are the detailed settings of its operational mode. The operational mode of the interface E01 is access mode. Because the operational mode is access mode, so the access VLAN settings must match. In this case, the access VLAN is VLAN 10. Now let's check the speed, duplex, and STP settings on the interface E01. The speed is 10 gigabit per second. The duplex set to auto and the speed also set to auto. On the spanning tree settings of the interface E01, the following settings must match. The port path cost is 10, the port priority is 128, and the link type is shared. In summary, any new interfaces added into the channel group 2 must have the following settings. The speed is 10 gigabit per second and set to auto. The duplex mode set to auto. The operational mode is access mode. The access VLAN is VLAN 10. For STP settings, the port path cost is 10. The port priority is 128 and the link type is shared. Let's read the keynotes for this lesson. This is the end of this lesson. If you have any questions, please put it in the comment section below. We will get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you very much for watching.